Welcome everyone to the next video in our Asteroids MMO playlist. In the last video we synchronized the asteroid data so it worked off multiple browsers. So as you can see, if I flick between Safari and Chrome here, the two asteroids are in the same place. So in this video we're going to look at the server arena, the actual playing arena that a player can play within. Obviously it can't be dictated by the player's viewport like the player's browser because everyone has different size browsers. So we have to make it a server-side thing that is then synchronized to the players, a bit like the asteroid data was. So let's get started with that. Okay, so let's first of all set up on our we can do this as a const actually. Let's set up on our server the let's say params. It's just going to be like constants that can be used, passed down to the client. So let's set a server as an object within that, and then we'll just put width, I don't know, 1000, and height. Let's make that quite different, just so that we can tell the difference. So height 500. So now we need to send this down to the client. Should be really when we authenticate the player, because that's when we send the first batch of asteroid data. But I don't want to send it with that because this is used for the update as well, which is here, and I don't really want to kind of pollute that. So I'll probably just send a separate method here, so we can say socket dot emit, and we'll just call it server params. And then we can just send the params down. Easy enough. Now on the client, we just need to acknowledge and receive that. So let's go here and say server actually we just do that. I can do that. Server params, and then if I can put them in there. So now we need a new method called socket server params. Let's put it above here. Function socket server params, and that will take the socket and the params object. And then what we'll have here on the client, let's just create a params. No, we can't call it params because that'll conflict when we assign it. So let's call it server params equals empty object. Server params. Let's just copy that. Make sure we get it right. Oh, no, that's the name of the method, isn't it? Okay, let's call it. Oh no, it's not. No, the name of the method is socket server params, so that's okay. So then we can just say server params equals params. Save. So that shouldn't cause an error. Let's reload the page. Yeah, this is something to do with the update. It's when I reload the page, the data isn't there, because I'm not quite sure what's going on there, but we'll come back to that. So the server params are in. We could do with just kind of just seeing that they're there. Let's just console log it actually. So console.log. Server params. So if we reload this one now, there we go, server, and then inside the server the width and the height. Excellent. So we now know at the client level what these server parameters are. So how do we set that up? Let's see, we need to we kind of need to draw. If we just start by drawing a line as to where the server is in relation to us, I think that's probably the best thing. So we can kind of close this one over a bit now. We'll concentrate on the client. So we go to the draw method. So we draw the asteroids. We well, we haven't really touched the shots, have we? We just copied that across. Movement, me. We'll come back to me in a minute, so I kind of think we need to do it here. So, no, actually, we need to do it at the beginning because everything's going to be relative to the server. So let's call this, let's call this the arena. And let's first of all let's draw a box. So how are we using P5 now? I've forgotten. We're just doing it straight, aren't we? So if I do fill, and if we say, let's just put a grey in there, and then if we say rect, and we want to go from naught to naught, sorry, naught and naught, to then server params dot server dot width, server params dot server dot height. Dot height. Okay, let's see what happens here. Canary properties of undefined reading width. Okay, so it didn't like that. Is that because by the time this draw function has come down, it doesn't have the information? So let's just wrap that in an if. If server params dot server there we go. See if that fixes that error. Yeah, okay. Now, interesting. So there's our grey background relative to naught, which I think is, I think that's up here. I think. I can't remember with P5. We'll find out soon enough. Okay, so yeah. So that's obviously more than 1,000. There we go. Let's see. If I take that to more than 1,000. Okay, yeah. So there we are. So there's our 1,000 by 500. So that's our arena as it stands at the minute. So what we need to do now, though, is transpose it so that we, the player, are always in the middle of that arena. So how are we going to do that? Let me just see some. So we need to use the translate. I'm just looking at some P5 documentation. We need to use the translate method, and the translate method, let's see, moves the player. Now we need to do that before here then, because the arena will move. So let's just see, let's do push, and then let's pop that, contain it within. It just isolates what we're going to do here, although I suspect everything else will end up inside this push, but for now we'll just do it just for the server. So now if we say translate, and how much are we going? We need to kind of do a translate by an X and a Y. So I assume that's me. I assume that's my X and Y. So me, is me just a variable? Yeah. So me is new ship. Let me just have a look at ship. Me. That's the vector in it. So translate translate, and it's going to be me dot position dot x, me dot position dot y. Let's see what happens here. So let's reload that. Okay, that hasn't really done anything. Oh, because the me.show is outside of that, isn't it? So I need to move that. Oh no, because I'm doing the arena as well. Oh, does that need to be above the arena? Let's try that. Yeah, there we go. Ah, look at that. So when I do move, it moves, but it looks like it's moving the opposite way that I want it to move. So let's try and move it. Is it me minus me? Let's reload that. Ah, no, look at that. That's it, isn't it? So now when I move, it's the background that moves. So I'm moving right, so everything else moves left. So now the only thing I have to do is position my ship where I want my ship. So when we start, at least we know this works. So let's position the player. Back to sketch, if we say, back to the draw method. So let's see, how are we going to do this? I'll just look at my reference here. So we've translated the server. Now we need to translate the player. So, where am I going to do that? I kind of need to, we've translated the player, I kind of need to do half the screen width here, don't I? Kind of. So minus me plus width divided by 2. Would that work? Oh, that looks promising. So then, let's just space that out a bit. So then this one would be minus me dot position dot y plus height divided by 2. Let's reload that. Aha, there we go. So the player is now relative to me, like as in it's always in the center, but the asteroids and the bullets are relative to where it was before. So we need to put them inside that translate. So that should work then actually. So inside this push pop. So let's put we should be able to just go oof. Oop. Let's save that. Reload. There we go. And look at that. Everything is now relative. Yeah, everything is now oh, hang on, no. No. So this is now, the mouse position is relative to where it is in relation to the server. Ah, okay. So let's try and find, that will be in the ship class, won't it, I think? Yeah, it's this one here. So we need to just alter this one here. So it's no longer just mouse Y minus this position dot Y. Is it? That's a good question. What is that now? So rather than my position, because my position's been transposed, so it should just be height divided by 2. So just as a reminder, height is the P5 value for your particular screen height. So that's a local variable. Let's see if that's worked. Okay, yeah, that looks, there we go. So no matter where I go, it's relative to that, and I presume, no, so the shots are still fired from, right, okay, so I still need to fix the shots. Okay, well, we're making progress. So at the minute, when we create a shot, keys pressed, no, key pressed, mouse clicked. So again, okay, so it's just the same again. So it's width divided by 2. No, that's height, isn't it? Height divided by 2, width divided by 2. Okay, let's try that. Come on. So yeah, so now the angle of the shots is relative as well. So that's cool. The asteroids and the shots and the ship keep their own location relative to the server, but they're rendering it relative to the player who's doing this. So that's cool. I wonder how this works now if I load this one. Yeah, so it looks okay. Looks okay on Safari as well. So that's cool. We've done the arena. That's excellent. I think we'll wrap her up there for this video. Yeah, because we've got a lot more to do now. That actually took a lot less than I thought. A lot less time, so that's good. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. I'm hoping to do more of these videos. But for now, thanks for watching. See you in the next video.